Welcome back to Reality Lives with the Ives. I'm Katie.
And I'm Will.
Been a minute. We are between shows right now, so we're coming back with another fun mini ep, I would say, doing another round of the crowd favorite, This or That.
This or that.
You may be wondering why Will looks like a Peaky Blinder mixed with a fisherman. No one really knows. He went very rogue with his outfit today. I will say this is my uncle's hat, so that's very nice. But yeah, that's what we're working with.
Carr, this one goes out to you, brother.
Yes, very nice.
Also you, Gary.
It's a nice
By
gesture.
proxy.
Now, is the execution as nice? Some would argue not.
I think that's the story of my life, typically, though. Great ideas, poor execution.
Horrible execution.
Yeah, whoa.
Atrocious.
Horrible?
Some
That
may
seems a bit
say.
aggressive.
Nonetheless, we're doing another round of this or that. This time, I have kind of made up the scenarios, the questions, whatever may have you, instead of finding them online. So some are very simple and silly. Some are more of like a would you rather?
They're pretty good, though, I will say.
Yeah. So we didn't discuss them, but I rattled some of them off because we got to agree on something here before we begin. But yes, no conversations were had, so these will still be fresh takes in the moment.
Who doesn't love some good improv? Although technically it's not really improv,
You
but
kind of look like a improv-y guy right now.
hey, you know what? Going back to my Second City roots here.
Okay.
So.
He has to turn like a diss into some form of a humble brag, a compliment.
Yep. That's how I stay happy.
He stays positive. I'll give him that. But again, our outfits are a little different vibes today. Someone's going to deep sea fish.
She's
and
got
someone's realizing it's winter.
She's
and
got a line.
arguably not.
I got a pole.
Okay. Let's get right into it. This is chaos already. So we'll start with the really simple one. Sunrise or sunset? Should we say it in 3?
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Sunrise.
Here we go, people. You want to see a sunrise? You never see a sunrise.
First of all, sunsets are
Hit
basic.
hard. They're rainbow. They're beautiful.
Basic. They happen all the time.
They're basic.
Everyone's awake for them. There's no incredible memories of sunsets, but sunrises.
Watching a sunset over an ocean on a vacation, vibes. Sunset with your friends while you're out on the town, vibe. What memories do you have of watching a sunrise? By yourself?
First of all,
When you're awake and annoyed because it's early?
how about waking up early with my grandfather, who is now passed?
He's
so thanks
literally
for that
making this
disrespect.
scenario up to make me look and feel like crap.
Well,
So,
first of
carry
all,
on.
it's not hard to do. And second of all,
Divorce.
no, waking up early with Grandpa, aka Granddad, at his house in
One
Chapel Hill.
time ever.
Every time I was there, because I'm an early
Ever.
riser, and so is he, sitting out on the little patio. He's got his newspaper. He's reading about the world events. We're watching birds. Sun's rising. It's a beautiful moment. And not only that, the beautiful moment, on the flip side, when you're partying hard with your friends all night. You've done things that maybe keep you awake all night. Who
And
knows?
then you see the sunset.
And then you see the sun rise because you've been partying all
That's
night
when you know
and all
you're
morning.
going to be miserable the next day. It's a horrible
But
sign.
it's
Who
a
wants to go
beautiful
to sleep
moment.
when it's light out?
because you're like, wow,
It's a
guys,
beautiful moment?
we hung out
No.
so long. We had so much fun. We're
Wow,
seeing the sun
guys.
rise.
Good luck going to sleep when the birds are fucking chirping already.
It's
All right.
amazing. Yeah.
Let's
Sunsets.
agree to disagree.
Basic.
Sound off in the comments. Again, I think just looks-wise, a sunset is like rainbow, beautiful vibes.
Basic.
Again, you really can't argue too much of anything in that outfit, so it's fine. Moving on. Meet your favorite artist, as in, musician, or your favorite actor. Obviously, we know mine.
Yeah, yours is super simple. The whole world could guess it by this point. Uh, I'd go actor for sure.
Who would that be?
It's a great
It's gonna be
question.
yeah. That was a bad question to ask. We'll be here
Yeah,
all day.
we could, and
I
this is
don't
what
think
happens
we
when I don't
either of
plan.
us have like a number one favorite actor.
No, I mean, most of the time you don't want to meet your heroes because it's
Is
disappointing.
yours Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy probably like sucks to hang out with. He's
He's
probably
pretty boring and quiet.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
but we love him.
Um, no, I would say someone that I'd probably have the most fun hanging out with would be like a Seth Rogen, I think. He
I
would be a
agree.
blast.
Yeah,
Um, some of those people, mostly like comedian actors, would probably be my favorite
yeah,
because a lot of
yeah.
those like super dramatic ones are probably pretty intense people, and if they're that good of actors,
They're
they
just
probably are
regular
like.
folks. Yeah,
No, I was gonna say the opposite. They're freaks.
yeah, they're freaks. Okay, moving on. Yeah,
By
I'm
the way,
gonna be roasting you the whole
obviously
episode.
she would meet Taylor Swift. It's very clear, very obvious.
Meet her. She's in the room right now.
Yeah.
AKA the cardboard
But
cutout
you wouldn't
is
actually want to
literally
meet
laying on
her
the ground
because
right
you'd
now.
scare her off.
That is so rude. I think we would really hit it off.
I think you'd scare her off.
I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I love you. I'm not a
She would
psycho.
instantly start crying.
I would cry. I'm sorry. I think that's a natural reaction
Okay,
to a
fair.
goddess, hero, icon. Okay, moving on. This is kind of a would you rather one. Would you rather constantly get stuck at red lights or have super slow internet all the time? It's an interesting one.
Constantly stuck at red lights. For
Meaning you just
sure.
hit red lights all the time.
No,
Yeah.
I'm down with that one. That one's easy for me because I already
Slow
drive
internet.
slow.
It's frustrating.
I already
I know.
drive slow, so it's like I'm used
Yeah,
to
you
getting
do.
places slowly. And there's a chance for me to, inappropriately check things on my phone that I shouldn't be while I'm driving, but I can't help it anyways.
Mm,
Fantasy updates, Reddit,
danger.
Facebook, email.
Danger. Um, I think I would agree. Even though we used to live with pretty slow internet, we're just very spoiled now and very impatient. But they both suck. I mean, getting stuck at red lights constantly when you're running late or something like that would be super frustrating, but I'll take that as well.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, internet was almost just a tease because you'd have to sit there for minutes just waiting for pages to load. And normally you're just like looking at a random image or something,
It's
like,
giving like AIM, AOL days. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, this is a lame one. Surfing or snowboarding?
Well, I can say fairly confidently
I'm going to
you
say
haven't done
snowboarding.
either, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
The nerve. I have not surfed. I have snowboarded. Not well. Attempted.
I've never surfed. I've always wanted to try it.
You've skied.
Yeah, no, I've snowboarded too. I'm saying I've never surfed.
Questionable.
No, when my parents did a trip with the family back in I don't know when, a while back to Wisconsin, I
He doesn't
took like
know
2 days to do
when.
snowboarding
Convenient.
classes and learned. It's way harder than skiing. I think I'd be a lot better at it now, just because I was pretty uncoordinated for a long time. Still fairly am, but less so. But the problem with surfing is you never
Sharks.
know what. No,
Bethany Hamilton. That's the angle I'm thinking. Sharks.
I'm more
Coral.
thinking
Danger.
you have to sit there and wait and hope for a wave, and then other people
Mm-hmm.
want to ride the waves, and you spend most of the time just like sitting in the water waiting, and then you could go there, and it could be a bad day for surfing. It's like snowboarding, the
Mm-hmm.
mountain's there. That's it's always a good day as long as there's snow. There's like 4 months of good days, but surfing, you could wake up super early, get there, hang out for hours, and nothing.
True. I thought maybe you'd go the surfing route just because you hate the cold so much.
Yeah, but the
And
ocean's
those are
cold.
warm and cold activities.
No, the ocean's cold.
On a nice summer's day with the sun beating on it, like in Cali, the ocean's warm.
I mean, most people though are wearing wetsuits because it's not warm.
I think they're also protecting their body just from a lot of things.
Yeah, surfing's also
And they
like
want to
way
be,
more dangerous.
that
I would say
fluid
like
friction.
it's like easy to hurt yourself snowboarding with like little bumps and bruises.
It's
But
probably
man,
more.
like coral
They're
and
both dangerous.
drowning and all that kind of stuff, like
Shark.
rocks.
Shark
I don't think
attack.
there's a lot of sharks that are like that
Bethany
close to the
Hamilton
beach.
would say otherwise.
Okay.
I believe she was surfing. when she
I
got her
kept
arm
thinking you
charm.
were saying Bethany Franklin, and I was like,
Who's that?
isn't that the
Bethany Franklin.
housewife,
Oh
whatever?
man, her last name's Frankel.
Franklin, there we go.
All right, moving on. Didn't think that one was going to have so much debate, but I think we are in
Yeah,
agreement.
we're in agreement.
Shockingly,
Snowboarding's pretty cool.
visit the past or visit your future?
I feel like this one's an easy one, but wait, is it your past or your future?
I mean, if we ourselves are visiting the past or the future, it's our life.
Well,
You know,
can we go
I'm not going to be
back?
like, I'm going to go visit my neighbor's future.
Well, are we like going back into our body in the future or the past, or like we just like take a time machine and I'm like in my 30s looking at myself as a kid when I'm like 5?
Semantics, but yeah, that's a fair point. I would say like we're going back as ourselves, or we're like seeing it. You mean
Oh, I'd
we're
for
going
sure
back
go
as
back
ourselves?
to the past.
Yeah, same.
Oh my God, you kidding
Future's
me?
scary. You're not supposed to know what's going on in the future. We just watched Hot Tub Time Machine again recently, randomly. I'm gonna do what that guy's doing. I'm inventing the iPod. I'm changing the game. We're gonna be billionaires.
Oh, I would just like
And
go back
obviously see
to like
people from the
high
past.
school when like I was bullied, and then I'd just be like,
Fun times.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
whoop your ass.
And then
No,
you'd get shoved in a locker and they'd be like, shut up, bitch.
no, if I have my knowledge and
But you would
background,
still be like your scrawny loser
I
self.
wasn't that scrawny. I was more bullied
You were a
emotionally than
noodle,
physically.
okay?
Yeah, but I was
Saw
still
that
like over
picture of
6
you at
feet
the
tall.
pool. You were so thin.
With the knowledge I have and the body I had, I could have whooped some ass.
Maybe. I love how that's what you would go back and do. Not to see loved ones and you're like, I'd go back and whoop some ass in high school. I would go back and invent ideas and things so that I'd be set for life.
I
I'd
would.
create Facebook, MySpace, something like that.
I'd
I'd
go.
create Instagram.
I mean, probably
Yeah.
the biggest thing I'd do is go back and like hang out with my brother. Probably.
Yeah. Loved ones. Yeah. I'd see my grandparents. Things of that nature.
But
Yeah.
then he was such a good at two shoes. I'd be like, man, I'd love to go back and get drunk with him. But he'd be like a middle schooler,
Yeah. That would be
and I'd be like
inappropriate.
in elementary school. So like that'd be pretty tough to do. But
Parents would love that. Yeah.
yeah, that's a
But then
funny one to
it's
think about.
scary, if you go back, in all these movies with this kind of scenario, if you go back and change something, you might affect your whole future. Like, what if we don't meet
I know.
because you weren't bullied in high school?
Well, exactly.
You
That's
gotta
what I was
take the
thinking
pain.
too. The
Yeah.
trauma's important.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, the future is supposed to be an unknown mystery. What if you go to the future and it's horrible? That would suck. Then you would try to change things so that it wasn't. But then, again, like in these movie scenarios, you change everything, and then that means you had that bad future because you changed everything.
The
You know
future's
what I
gonna be
mean?
great. I'm not worried about that.
Situation.
Our future's gonna be
Well,
awesome.
for sure. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Theoretically.
fair.
Okay. Well, we're really agreeing so far.
It's interesting. Yeah, we only disagreed on a few.
So weird that I'm agreeing with you when you look like that.
Oh,
Oh, man. Okay. This is
happy
a dumb one. This is
days.
an obvious one.
Is it though?
Well, there's a different angle. Solve a murder mystery or a treasure hunt. Now, there seems like an obvious answer, but you go first.
So I think the treasure hunt's probably more fun, right?
For sure. You get treasure, hopefully.
But there's a part of me that's always loved the idea of being like a detective.
Be the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like
saying.
when I was in high
Yeah.
school, I actually remember looking up like how much are detectives paid because I feel like I would enjoy that. But surely detectives are just like cops, kind of. So
Yeah, probably not as much as
more like
you're
a
hoping.
private eye detective. Now that'd be
You're
fun.
wanting to be like Sherlock Holmes,
Oh my God.
and that
yes.
hat may be possible.
I mean, I literally look like a blue collar Sherlock Holmes.
You look like Sherlock Holmes that lives in like the East Coast in like a fisherman's town.
I'm like,
If you have a pipe, you could make it work.
I'm Sherlock Holmes, like unintelligent cousin that wishes he was Sherlock Holmes, but he's not smart enough. So he works at the docks.
Your name's like
But-
Jiminy Holmes.
And but he pretends to solve murder
Jiminy.
mysteries and stuff like that, and everyone's like, Jiminy, you're not Sherlock. Stop. And I'm like, no, guys, I'm Holmes. I'm a Holmes. I got this.
And again, instead of like the good British accent, you're like, I've got this, mate. Yeah.
I've got one of those like
Man,
terrible British
thoroughly.
accents that nobody understands.
Yeah.
Michael, no, I'm
I'm
there's no them.
right. I didn't sleep a lot last night, you guys. I'm a little kooky. Okay. Um, but yeah, obviously finding treasure is great and dandy, but who says you get to keep it?
Yeah,
The
that's the thing.
taxes you're paying on treasure?
If this was like 100 years ago, maybe you'd be able to keep it. But if you
Yeah,
find anything of any value and importance
you're
now,
kind of
you
screwed.
immediately have to give it to the government or to like museums. There's no real
Museums, yeah.
treasure
But
hunting
maybe
anymore.
you'd get paid for that. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't be like millions of dollars. You're not finding like the freaking jewel in the
It
Titanic.
would have
You
to
know?
be like, yeah, somebody who's put out like a private bid
Like
for
we
people to
found
go and
King
find
Tut's
their family
body
treasure.
buried underground, something crazy. I know that that's not really a thing. I think that his body is maybe in a museum right now.
Wasn't he like not a real person too?
I feel
I feel
like
like I
that
heard that.
would be breaking news. I'm unsure. Another lame one.
Interesting.
Which is better, the Winter or Summer Olympics? Or which do you prefer?
That's a tough one.
I don't even for sure know what events are in what. Obviously, Winter Olympics is like the skiing, the snowboarding, that. Oh, I do love that one thing where they go down on skis and that really deep, or I'm sorry, really steep, crazy jump and fly off. That's exciting. What is that called?
Um,
Something skiing?
I don't know, but they made the movie The Eddie the Eagle about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Cool
think
runnings vibe.
yeah, I was gonna say bobsledding is sick.
But isn't summer like gymnastics, swimming? Like that stuff's exciting too. Gymnastics is fun.
Gymnastics is cool. Swimming's pretty dope. The races are pretty dope.
Like there's more iconic
Uh,
Olympians in the summer sports,
I
but then
mean, you
it's
have
like
like
Shaun White.
basketball, which is just like a normal
Literally
sport
no
though.
one
So,
cares.
um,
That's a flop.
man, that's a tough call. I'm pretty split here, honestly.
We're not obsessed with the Olympics in our home and family. We certainly watch it occasionally, but we're not like, when it's Olympic season, what is it going to be summer? It's in Paris this year. We're not going to be sitting down watching every event, being that invested probably.
Unless we do a fantasy Olympics.
Ooh, that seems complicated. Stay tuned.
I call drafting
Maybe.
America.
Call
Um,
who?
I call drafting the USA.
They said I call Captain America.
Oh no, I
You
call
can't just draft
drafting
the entire
America.
USA. You draft people
There's a lot of people to
from each
draft.
event that we care about, maybe.
Interesting,
Mm,
interesting.
mm, mm. Also in summer, I think, because all the running stuff, I like that too. Races.
Yeah, now that I just think about it, well, then again, there's like the ice skating and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that's fun. And the couples and the
you got
singles.
yeah,
Winter might
yeah.
be taking it. It's more
I know,
winter's maybe more dangerous than summer, so it's a little more exciting for the viewer.
way more dangerous. I
Yeah.
mean, people have died doing
I
the
don't know
Winter
that you're like
Olympics.
dying doing the butterfly stroke in a race.
No,
But gymnastics is dangerous. Those double bar thing, uneven bars. Ooh, rough.
gosh, well, we had to pick one.
Floor routine gone wrong. I'm going to pick winter.
Uh,
Like if we were to go to the Olympics someday and watch things, it would be more fun to be outside in the winter vibes, probably. Even though, again, you hate the cold. We'd be bundled up,
yeah, I
drinking
think
a hottie toddy, watching Shaun White. Fun.
yeah, this is a really tough one. I guess I'll lean winter maybe too, just 'cause the danger
Mhm.
factor. It's a little more exciting.
Interesting.
There's something that feels more special about the Winter Olympics, you know?
It just feels more Olympic.
It's like, yeah, Winter Wonderland. The
Then
Summer
again, like
Olympics is just like
gymnastics is such a
sports,
huge
you know?
part
I
of the Olympics in general.
feel like there's like things during the Winter Olympics that aren't like sports you normally ever see. Whereas
Bobsledding,
swimming, gymnastics,
the luge
basketball,
thing,
track,
that's
like you
exciting.
see all that stuff in normal life, like in high school, you know?
Yeah. I think Lindsey Vaughn is some winter girl.
Isn't that who was the one that dated Bananas?
Oh, some random blonde snowboarder. I don't know if she was an Olympian.
Yeah,
Was she?
I don't know.
Maybe she was, but not
Maybe.
like a gold medalist.
Yeah.
Random
Yeah, Winter
reality
Olympics is
tie
dope. They have
of
like
the
the
Olympics.
races down the mountain too. They have a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, I like when they do that skiing thing where they're like in between the
Oh,
flags.
that one
It's intense.
that one just hurts my knees on the couch.
We're getting old. Okay, so I think winter wins that. We are again agreeing an alarming amount.
Yeah.
This is one that'll be interesting because I think we both know that we would hate both of these, but which would you rather do if you absolutely had to do one? Bungee jump or skydive? So, bungee jump, you're diving off something attached to that thing. Skydive, skydiving off a plane. Obviously, in good hands at a professional place. So, we're not just like gonna die,
I feel like I hate
hopefully.
heights a lot, and they both scare the crap out
Yeah.
of me.
You hate heights. I'm not scared of heights. I just don't want to do scary shit for no reason at
I would
this
have to
age.
go skydive because if I'm gonna be scared of heights, I'd rather
Yeah.
see the world from like 1,000 feet up versus just
Ooh, that's
like
an
dive
interesting
off of a
angle.
cliff.
What if you're bungee jumping off of like a picturesque mountain in the Swiss Alps?
But you
Vibes?
no, because like when you're skydiving, there's at least like a moment where you're like floating, and you're like,
And you
I
get
can
cool
like look
pictures.
around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you're bungee jumping and you're just watching yourself plummet towards the ground, and then at last
Yeah.
second you don't hit the ground. It just seems like
I have an irrational
terrible.
fear of bungee jumping because A, what if that thing snaps? B, with our luck, we're going to go and it's going to like wrap around our neck and then kill us. That's a very weird fear I have. Every time they have to do that on a show or something, I'm like, what if that thing wraps around their neck?
I much prefer the
I
zip
would
line.
also jump out of a
Zip
plane.
lines are dope.
I've
That's
ziplined
cool.
several times.
Yeah, I've zip lined
Yeah.
before. Those are cool.
Yeah. They're all right. But yeah, I mean, I've like parasailed, that kind of thing. But I would say skydiving is the closest you're ever going to get to feeling like you're flying. So
Yeah.
that's cool. But I still never want to do it. Nobody asked me. I think everyone in my family, besides maybe my dad and myself, have done it. And I think I used to, when I was younger, say I was going to do it. And now that I'm older, I'm like, A,
Hmm.
no, I like my life too much. I also get very nauseous easily and motion sickness. Also, I'm pretty sure it's pretty expensive. I'm not paying hundreds of dollars to risk my life. Like, I value my life a lot more than I did as a reckless child.
Yeah, I think if I was gonna do any of those things, I would do the one where you're like on the giant kite thing and you're soaring through
Hang
the air.
gliding or
Yeah, hang
something.
gliding,
As
equally
long as somebody's
dangerous,
on it
but
with
that
you.
really feels like flying, whereas skydiving just feels like falling. You know?
Yeah, again, bungee jumping, that cord, it's going to be a no for me,
Yeah,
dog.
there was that book
Or
we
if you
read.
bungee jump and then you like land and you like smack against the wall of something, no bueno.
Yeah, like if you do a bridge and you like bounce under the bridge.
Again, we are agreeing on everything. This is not great.
It's
Okay,
interesting.
here's one.
Hmm.
And again, you would be in the proper equipment. Visit space or go see the bottom of the ocean. And again, submersible
Are
wasn't
we
that long ago. So that's
are we safe
a
no matter
factor.
what?
We're going with professionals. So we're like in a submarine or we're in a rocket ship.
Submarine scares the shit out of me. Being in space would kind of scare me too, honestly.
No, they're both things, again, that I have no desire to do because I value my life and they both seem like they would make me very motion sick.
So
Motion sick.
what are you going with?
It's so hard because like space is cool and all, but I also don't really need to see it for myself. I'm a believer, I've seen the pics. The thought of seeing things at the bottom of the ocean that no one's seen, all the crazy creatures down there is enticing to me. I'm very curious about the ocean in general. So I think I would want to do that. But again, submersible was a shit show. Don't want that to be me. RIP to those rich ass folks
So you're going
who
ocean?
honestly are dumb. But I'm gonna go ocean if it's like a big submarine with a team that's done it before vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go space.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
Because there's just something sort of beautiful and peaceful about space. You know, there's no like
It's scarier in
giant.
the ocean for sure.
There's
There
no
could be
like
a
giant creatures or
crazy
things that could
whale-sized
kill
demon.
you or
Yeah.
eat you or whatever have you, or things we haven't discovered. Like in space, if there was aliens in our galaxy, at least close to us, we'd have seen them, found them by now. You know, they exist for sure, just not in our galaxy probably. So yeah, I get to look
Yeah,
at
you're not gonna go in a rocket ship and see aliens.
yeah, I get to look at Earth from outside of Earth, you know, or see the moon, or
Would you
just like
cry? Like
will I
the movies when
cry?
people see Earth and they're like,
I would need to be
it's like
pretty
overwhelming.
pretty drunk to cry. No,
I
if
don't
I
think
was,
you're gonna be drunk in space. It seems
I would
dangerous.
totally get drunk in
You
space.
take like a drop of alcohol and you would like be so drunk probably. You know?
Maybe. It sounds fun almost. You drink like a beer,
We
you're
would be,
smashed.
first of all, we would be so sick, both of us, going into
Oh
space.
my god.
The amount of
Oh my
Dramamine I would
god.
have to
I would
take,
throw up so much in space.
I'd have to get that patch that I had to put on behind my ear in
But
a
how
cruise.
fun would it be if I'm like I like throw like some Cheez-Its in the air and I'm like swimming and like
Some cheese. It's
you know?
niche.
Or like you're eating floating food and stuff
Again,
like
the
that.
idea of space is like, oh yeah, the movies, but I would be so, so sick. I would be sick going to the bottom of the ocean, probably too. But I'm thinking a submarine so heavy, you're just dropping down. You're not like, whoa, like on a boat, you know?
Yeah, now space for sure. Because if something happens under the ocean, like no matter what, you're screwed. At
Something
least in
happens in
space, if you
space,
like start crashing back
you're
down to
fucked.
Earth, maybe you could survive. You know, you
No,
land
you
in the
wouldn't.
ocean.
From that, you think if you come crashing down to Earth, you're gonna
If the
survive that?
rocket landed in the ocean, that was a weird way to say it. The
Okay,
ocean.
you don't want to be in the ocean. Now you're like,
The
well, the
ocean.
rocket.
If we landed in the
If I
ocean,
landed in the
if we
ocean.
landed in the ocean, listen, if the
Oh my
rocket
God.
falls from space and we landed in the ocean,
Adam
everything will be just
and scene.
dandy.
Again, so
Just
you just want to be in the
dandy.
ocean, is what it's all coming down
No,
to.
I'd be on top of
It
the
all
ocean, not
comes back to
under
the
the
ocean.
ocean. The ocean's a
Falling from that high,
scary
landing in
place.
the ocean, you're fucked.
I don't trust the ocean. Don't trust it one bit.
I don't trust space either.
Yeah, well, it doesn't trust you.
Fine.
Psh, fine,
Fine by
whatever.
me. Am I going to lose sleep over it?
I'll see you on the moon, punk.
You're going to blow up there and never make it back. Okay. Be able to fly like a bird or swim like a dolphin.
I can already swim like a dolphin. I'm flying like a
Hey,
bird, baby.
that is so stupid. No, you could not. You're not some pro swimmer.
I'm
You
built
don't
like
think-
Michael Phelps. All right, I'm built for swimming.
Maybe built like Michael Phelps. He's like ripped. Like get the fuck out
First
of
of
here.
all, maybe he's a little bit more ripped, but I think
A
I could take
little
him.
bit more. You
Could
are
take
in
him.
excellent shape. You work out every day. I'm not going to take that away from you. Underneath this thick outfit is a pretty good body, but a Michael Phelps esque body, that's disgusting. You know
I mean,
how hard he
my
trained?
toes aren't webbed, but
You
you know,
don't smoke. You don't smoke. No, I'm
I'm
kidding.
already swim like a dolphin out here. You know, like fly like a bird though. That's
Fly like
the
a
dream.
bird. You would never need to buy a plane ticket again. You can fly. You never need to worry about traffic. You could save money on gas. All this shit.
And then I wouldn't
Flying
be
like
scared
a
of
bird,
heights.
baby.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be scared of heights because I could just fly.
We
So if I'm
wouldn't
like
need to
falling from
bungee
something, I'd
jump.
be
We
able to
wouldn't
fly.
need to jump out of a plane. You wouldn't need to go to space. You'd fly.
Well, no, space you would need a suit or you die. But
We don't know what birds are capable of. Some people think birds aren't even real.
I'm really quite confident there's no birds in space, babe.
How would we know? How would either of us know? There could be birds in the ocean too. We really don't know.
This conversation's going a way I did not expect.
Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, I would want to fly like a bird.
Yeah, 100%. Birds rule the world.
Fly like a bird to the sea. Scary things that there's birds underneath the ocean.
Okay. This is a reality-esque question. Would you rather go on the show Survivor or Big Brother?
Well, considering I like to eat and I don't mind the idea of being seen all the time, Big Brother's
Well, you'd
right
be
up my
seen all
alley.
the time on Survivor too. Oh, you mean like cameras?
Yeah,
24/7.
Big Brother is right up my alley. It's
I
like
think the same. Yeah, I would. I think I'd do well on Big Brother.
I think you
You'd
do
get
pretty
voted
well.
off quick because you like are Mr. Popular, nice guy, and everyone's like, get him out of here so he doesn't win.
Yeah, that's I've always thought that if I was on the challenge or
too
Big Brother,
good.
that like I would get voted off even though people liked me because they're just like this guy, he's gonna be too liked.
He's a kiss ass. Get him out of here.
Yeah, we don't like the,
Mark.
because I can't fly under the radar. I'm terrible at that. Here's the radar, and I'm like just hey, here's me.
I think I could
So,
play a good calculated social game.
I could go if I wanted to be shady. I could be shady. I could play good calculated game.
Please,
but it'd be tough.
please.
Um,
It's too pure.
I would just talk to the cameras on Big Brother all the time, and the
That can't be
producers would
good
be
on
like, "You need to
Survivor."
stop doing this. Stop looking at the cameras all the time." I'd be like,
He'd be like,
"Hey."
yeah.
At our virtual kickoff that was a few days ago this week, there was a camera that was placed, and I could see that I was on it.
Everyone's
So when
like, act natural.
people were
We're both
watching
like,
it, and so when it was closing towards the end, I looked up at it and I gave it one of the winks and finger guns. And one of my buddies that works for us pinged me. He's like, "Hey, I saw that wink." I was like, "Yes."
Okay. Yeah, I think that you could do decent on Survivor though as well.
Survivor.
But yeah, the no food, you would fade fast.
I would do better on Survivor because I could
The
physically help
challenges.
and I could also
Yeah.
mentally help people. Like I would just be like people's therapist and they'd want to keep me around because everyone's like falling apart the seams and they're like, okay, he can help us hunt, he can help build shit, he can help
But
me
then
feel
it's like,
better.
again, if you're too much of a physical specimen, you're a threat and they got to get you out.
Yeah, but I could also win those games because they're not that physically difficult. Like the challenge games are super
Big
hard.
Brother
physically.
games are super easy as well.
Yeah, I would crush those.
A joke. Easier than Survivor.
Yeah, the challenge, those
I
games are
think,
hard.
They're both very hard to win because there's a lot of people in Big Brother. And a lot of weird, stupid challenges and twists and stuff. Survivor is just like brutal sometimes, though.
Yeah, I can't. The idea
Like
of
that
me
one
eating
thing
just
where you had
like
to go back and
rice
forth a million times.
as a meal every other day
I love
is
rice and
wild.
seafood. Yeah, I would rather do Big Brother as well.
You
But
would-
there's something about Survivor that could be like a fun adventure.
You wouldn't survive Survivor though.
You don't know. Michelle won Survivor. Look at her.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. All right.
I am way more mentally tough, better social game. I could beat her, I think, in
Yeah,
some
but
games.
you're not gonna hunt or fish or catch anything for
I can
yourself.
fish.
No, you can't.
Yes, I have fished. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Ask my parents. I love how you think you would could fish for some reason better than me.
If
You
we
literally
were
are
on
scared of the
Survivor, I
ocean,
would
bro.
crush you on Survivor.
I don't know. The fittest, biggest dude doesn't just win
You'd
Survivor
probably
every
beat
time.
me on Big Brother, but I would
would beat
destroy
your
you on
social game in
Survivor.
both
I would
games.
destroy you on Survivor.
I
love-
would
I love
outwit,
exploring.
outlast both games.
No, you wouldn't.
I have confidence. Again, you'd get voted off because you're a kiss ass.
No, I'd be out here finding idols. I'd be out here just like,
You'd be like, the mosquitoes. I'm so hungry.
first of all, you'd also be like,
bugs would get me
mosquitoes. I'm so
anyway, yeah.
hungry. Like,
Yeah.
that's you. You're
I love rice, though. I can survive on less food than you. I can. I fast almost every day until like 2 or 3 in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
whatever.
This man crumbles and eats a granola bar.
I would get bored. That's the biggest problem I have on Survivor. I'd get bored.
See, I'm good at. I think I would be like okay with the social game on both, and that would fulfill me. I'm also pretty chill. I don't need to be doing a lot.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay.
I love an ocean, love a beach. But yeah, Big Brother I think is the all-around right answer. And the answer here today. Okay. Write a best-selling novel or a hit song. It's tough. Both are appealing.
Well, considering I've started writing books before and I plan on finishing one in my lifetime, I'm going to go with the best-selling novel.
I'm going to go hit song. Hit song never dies. The royalties from that, generations are singing it. It's in movies, it's in shows, it's catchy. A best-selling novel is great, but like not everyone's going to know it. More people will know a song, you know?
I mean,
Like there's so many like James Patterson novels that are like regarded books. I'm not reading them.
yeah, but there's also millions of songs that no one's ever heard.
It's a hit song.
So it's a
talking
hit,
about-
but it's a best-selling novel, so people are buying it.
Not everyone.
Well, not everyone's listening to hit songs. I don't
But
listen
you're going
to.
to hear it in a show, a movie, whether you like
I
it or not.
literally the other day looked up the top 100 songs of the year, trying to pick out ones for our last
don't
podcast,
know any
and I
of
didn't
them.
recognize 95 of them.
Because you are literally someone who
Yeah,
does
well, there's
not
other
play
people like me
music.
too. So just because people aren't reading
No.
books, they're also not listening to songs.
I think music, everyone listens to music. Not everyone's obsessed with reading.
Yeah, but a best-selling novel will be turned into a TV show or movie eventually.
And then the song is in it.
Not always.
Best-selling
Plus-
one. A hit, smash.
Plus, there's a lot of idiots that
Look at,
make
like,
great
Stranger
songs.
Things, songs
Most people
coming
that write
back.
great novels are great people, you know?
Yeah, we were just talking about J.K. Rowling the other day. She's been great lately.
Shout out.
Ooh, you
Love
got
the
got.
trans community.
You got. I mean, both are obviously
Harry
desirable.
Harry Potter.
To be the one who wrote Harry Potter books would be pretty iconic,
Oh my god,
obviously.
legendary.
But a hit song.
Because you can write like a hit book and just walk off in the sunset. You write one hit song, and people always call you like a one hit wonder. But no one's ever gonna
Well,
be
you're
like,
writing
oh,
a hit, so
J.K.
you're probably
Rowling
gonna write
is
some
a
other
one-hit
popular
wonder
songs.
because of Harry Potter. They're like, wow, J.K.'s a legend
That's
prior
true.
to her stuff. So
I'm still gonna say song. I think it lasts the test of time a little more. But
that's fine. You say what you want. I'm the novelist. Ooh, especially this outfit. I feel like I'm an Irish novelist, sitting by the ocean, fishing, writing.
he's a multifaceted and you're a detective. You really got it all.
Listen, Jiminy Holmes, he's a great writer. Okay.
Mini cricket. Yeah. Again, it's a win-win. Okay, few more. Have a magical pet dragon or unicorn.
That was a random one. I didn't see that one coming.
They're all random. Should we say it on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Dragon.
Yeah, dragon.
Yeah,
For sure.
unicorn's just like cool looking. Who cares?
It's pretty much just having like a
But it
horse.
would fly. You know.
Oh, well then unicorn, baby. Let's
dragon
go.
flies too, and can
Yeah.
also whoop that ass and protect you.
Yeah, but then people want to come after it. I feel like if I had like a flying unicorn, I'd
Your
be like
dragon's gonna
safe.
Be like a dragon tails, wimpy dragon.
First of all, my dragon would whoop your dragon's
Mine's
ass.
like Game of Thrones dragon.
Yeah, and then the whole world knows it exists and it comes for it. My
No, it
flying pony with a horn is
flying
under the
pony.
under the radar. It's like under the radar, and
Flying
I'm just like,
pony. You'd
I'm
be
not-
sitting on the pony. It couldn't even fly. It'd be too heavy. Well,
no.
you're saying pony. That's a small little guy.
Well, it's just a young guy.
It's a
you know?
unicorn, not a pony.
Well, unicorns at some point are young, so is a unipony.
You would merge with it and become one of those like centaur guys.
As long as I could
In that
fly,
hat.
I would totally be a centaur.
Centaur?
Centaur?
It's centaur.
Centaur?
Let's bet on that.
The pronunciation is what we want it to be. It's a mythical
It's
creature.
AR.
It's A-U-R.
Okay, you know how it's spelled, but you're calling it Tor?
Centaur.
Yeah, centaur.
Centaur.
Like I said.
Centaur. Centaur.
Yeah, it's
Centaur.
not centaur. It's centaur.
It's a centaur. Oh,
It's
yeah.
centaur. Centaur. Okay, moving on. Couple more. This is all over the place. As per usual.
But,
What do you expect?
I mean, bitches love unicorns, so that'd be cool.
Oh, what? Bitches, are you trying to... Why would that benefit you?
I don't know.
My dragon's literally going to burn your unicorn to a crisp, bitch.
Wow.
Ugh, the nerve. Okay. Moving on. Couple more. We all know what your answer is going to be.
Ribs.
Did you say ribs? Jesus. No. Be the strongest human on Earth or the fastest?
Duh, I'm strongest.
Yeah, we saw it coming. But if you're the strongest, that means you're like some huge, like beefy, crazy looking person. I'm going fastest. Give me those Olympic medals. The fame, the glory. You're
You would-
famous either way.
You get
But
Olympic medals for being the strongest too. Yeah.
what, for like shot put and like weightlifting?
I mean, all I
Nobody cares.
know.
You don't remember the man who's the strongest and like who wins medals for like weightlifting. You remember who's winning those races.
All I know is the Mountain is on all kinds of cool TV shows and is more famous than
If I
Usain
asked-
Bolt.
All of my friends who that was, maybe 1/4 would know.
Anybody who's watched Game of Thrones would know.
That guy's some Olympian.
Hmm.
He was just on Game of Thrones because he's huge.
Because he's super strong.
I'd rather be that actor who probably didn't even make that much money on Game of Thrones, let's be real, than like the fastest man on earth who's like crushed every, it's like top of
Yeah.
every record, bunch of medals,
100%.
legend.
Because unless I'm like
They're
the
making
Flash
movies
and
about
I can
me.
move so fast that I could like
Yeah.
get to work without a car, there's no
Ooh,
point.
Or
in-
you're like the guy from The Boys who's like running so fast that he runs through people and kills them.
yeah,
would
that
be
sounds
good.
horrid.
But he was
Um,
also strong, so that's why that was happening.
Well, everyone in that universe like apparently has like super durability, I guess they say.
Yeah, we're really tangenting. But yeah, safe to say I'd
God,
rather
we
be
really need to
fast.
finish Gen V. Maybe today's the day.
Probably not. We have football to watch. Speaking of football, a little tangent. We bet on both games yesterday, and I
God.
won both.
I really
Go
thought
Texans, go Chiefs.
I thought the Browns were going to take down the Texans. They
Yeah.
Texans
In
killed it.
Texas,
I knew the
that's
Chiefs
disgusting.
were going to win. I mean, I expected that one, so I was
Not
like,
only
whatever.
did the Texans take down the Browns, they fucking annihilated the
Yeah,
Browns. It was a
two-
really embarrassing
Two
game for
defensive
them.
touchdowns. I mean, I knew Flacco would throw a pick or two. I just didn't expect them to be both.
Poor Flacco
interceptions
should have
for
stayed
touchdowns.
retired, bruh.
I mean, hey, you know what? He did good. He made some money. He's going back to retirement now.
Yep. Good on him. Okay. Last one. This is an interesting one because I could see you saying both.
Ooh, I like that.
Attend Hogwarts or be trained by a Jedi Master.
Assuming I have both magic or the Force.
Yeah, like be in those worlds, I guess, doing those things.
This one's an easy one for me. I'm gonna be a Jedi, baby.
Yeah, I assumed you were going to say that. I'm obviously going to Hogwarts. I would assume that you were saying that women don't do well in Star Wars world. Very few women are like on top there.
I mean, Ahsoka, she was cool.
I know, but you know what I mean. I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not trying to be like
if
Princess
you had
Leia.
the Force, you can do so much cool stuff.
If you're magical and like Harry Potter,
Yeah, but you need a wand to be able to do stuff. If I like knock the wand out of your hand, you're screwed. You're just like a dude.
what if I had my invisibility cloak? Then you can't see me. You can't get me. I'm flying on a broomstick, bitch. Try and catch me. With your little stick.
It
if I
would
take
be
your
really
stick away, what are
interesting
you doing?
seeing a Jedi and a wizard.
Harry
fight
Potter
it.
versus Luke Skywalker. Yeah.
I mean, Luke
they're
would just be like, and push the wand out of his hand. But if Harry
And then
got off
Hermione
like a
Granger
shot
would come
first,
out and Leviosa and fling that thing out of his hands. The lightsaber is that thing, by the way.
I think like if it was Vader, he would just force choke
Star
someone
Wars
before they
world
could
is
say
horrible. Like, yeah, Darth Vader and all these like evil Death Star fuckers
anything.
are like
Voldemort,
reigning over you.
Voldemort's literally
Well, we're
killing
constantly
hundreds of
defeating
people,
him. We're defeating him.
and Vader dies. He gets defeated too.
But then like things always arise, you know?
No, I would be a Jedi for sure because then I
feel
could
like the
I could
magical
jump
land of
like
Hogwarts
30 feet in the
land is
air.
happier.
I could do all kinds of cool stuff.
You're like stuck in some depressing ship and it's all like dark and gloomy up there.
God, being a
Walking this-
Jedi,
like, remember
I
when
could
we were
just
in Universal at the Harry Potter world, like
I could just
walking
go to
through the
you and I'd
market.
be
Fun.
like, "You will make me ribs," and I would just use my Jedi Force to convince you of stuff.
And I'd be like, poof, here's your ribs.
Okay,
Easy.
perfect. You be a
Yeah.
wizard. I'll be a Jedi. Life will be great.
Wow, that would be a torn love affair. I don't know if the people on both sides would support us.
I mean, a lightsaber is way cooler than a wand.
I disagree. I
That's
disagree.
fair. That's fair.
Lightsabers are like, zzz, zzz, like
We do
defeating
have
people, but
wands,
you're not,
and
like,
we don't
casting
have
spells
lightsabers
and
right
doing
now.
a ton of shit with the lightsaber.
No, you're just chopping
Possibilities with the
people in
wand are
half.
endless.
You're just chopping people in
I
half.
could chop you in half with a fucking spell, bruh.
What?
I don't need to even use my physical strength. I could just be like, chopo halfo, bruh.
I'm pretty sure in the Harry Potter world, there's no spell for chopping people in half.
There are so many spells that we don't know. There's probably millions of spells.
Expelliarmus your mouth. Phew. Now she can't talk.
What, my mouth falls off? Is
Yep.
that Wingardia Losa, your hat. Like, oh, man.
Whoa.
Well, that was the last one. Do you have any good ones to end on? Probably not.
Probably not, but I will say, let's just do it like this. Let's do an Austin-based one. This or that. Austin's well known for 2 food styles:
Ooh, you know my answer already. And
barbecue or Mexican. This or that.
Tex-Mex.
Barbecue for sure.
Tex-Mex all day.
Oh my
I'm a
god,
spicy queen. Meat is going to get old.
never.
Mexican, there's way more of a variety. And there's meat.
Meat. It was for dinner.
Probably is not. Barbecue's probably not for dinner. Spoiler alert. But
If I won the bet yesterday, barbecue would have been for lunch, but of course I didn't. so
he
it's not-
didn't because he loses everything. And we bet today on the games. I have the Lions, and he made me take the Packers. All right. Well, that was a thrilling game full of twists and turns and mystique and making fun of you, which is, a good time for me.
Whoa, when was Mystique from the X-Men here?
And with that, Jiminy Ives over here.
It's Jiminy
bids you
Sherlock.
adieu.
Jiminy Sherlock bids you adieu. Hey.
We will be recapping things very soon. Get excited for that. Follow us on Instagram if you care to see what will be coming up.
Oh, and if you're looking for some reality shows right now to fill your time, Love is Blind Brazil. Great stuff.
Love is Blind Sweden just dropped.
Just dropped.
The first, 4 episodes.
Pretty juicy. Pretty.
It's all dubbed,
Yeah, it's all dubbed.
but
To deal with that.
what a time.
Yeah.
Both excellent.
It's really interesting. I feel like the American relationships I don't know. They seem to be working better in the seasons versus the other
Well,
countries,
we
but I
just
don't know.
watched season 1 of Brazil. We started with 3, which was
What
weird.
a
But we watched
mess.
season 1, shit show. Spoiler alert. So,
Sweden's a shit show so far too. So,
Sweden is not starting off too
but we
promising
can,
for
we
some
can
of these
save that for
couples.
another episode then.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you love Love is Blind, you can't wait till February. Highly recommend all of that. All of it is on Netflix. I want to say there's 3 seasons of Brazil and then only like a few episodes so far of Sweden, but it's cool to see.
Yeah.
And again, the season coming up of Love is Blind US will be starting on Valentine's Day. And you bet your Jiminy Jubilees that we will be recapping it. So stay tuned for that and other fun things coming soon. We appreciate the support and love as always. Like, subscribe, follow, share with your effing friends and family. We love you all.
Take care, everybody. Love
Happy
ya.
Sunday.
See ya.
Go Lions and Packers. Woo!
Bear down.